Welcome back, Shalloners. C'est vrai, c'est moi. Je retourne de Paris et je suis ici. I literally just flew in from Paris like an hour ago and I landed. I slapped a little bit of makeup on and I am doing a video. Why? Oh, because news is out there that g-eazy is dating Megan Thee Stallion and we have got to talk about it. We've got to talk about it because I have so many thoughts, not just thoughts on their relationship and what's going on behind the scenes, but what to do if your ex is suddenly all over Instagram and social media flaunting a new person not all that long after you broke up. What does it mean? Does it mean anything? Yeah, it does. I'll break it down. But first, just want to remind you guys to follow me on Instagram because I'm still documenting my adventure in France. I've been there for the last 10 days. So, you know, you got to space out the content a little bit. You got to space out the content a little. I hate people who just like, bleh, they dump like 35 pictures on the story so that the dots is just like beep, 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 beep. 5 to 7 people. 5 to 7. All right? Let's all just relax. So follow me on IG at ShallonXO to keep apprised of my adventures. And I also let you guys weigh in and vote on the next video topic. You guys voted on this one. 93% of you said this romance is weirding you out. Well, I said that. I said it's weirding me out. And 94% of you were like, yeah, agree. Here's why I have thoughts about this. Because let's back it up. g-eazy, the last time I knew, was dating a Victoria's Secret model named Yasmin with I don't know how to say her last name. Hudenskwagenhofen. I'm not even gonna try. It's a lot of W's and J's and U's. I have no idea. So I'm not, just whatever. But she's super beautiful and they seem like a low-key, happy couple. Like they're not, she was posting him on social media, but not in like an over-the-top kind of way. They were going to events together and I was like, oh, I like this. I feel like maybe g-eazy, who's a little nutty, talk about that in a minute, maybe found like a good solid girl. Because right before he was dating Yasmin, he was dating, oh yeah, Halsey. Now their romance was like for the ages and I still ship those two together. I like them together. I like them together in the way that I like Hailey and Justin because I'm like, who else is gonna love you, boy? Who else is gonna get you the way that woman gets you? Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Someone's like, look at a light if you have to sneeze. It's either gonna make you sneeze or take it away. I was like, well, it's gonna go one of those two directions anyway, dumbass. Thanks for thank you. Did you get that from the Mayo Clinic? All right. So he was dating Halsey. They broke up, back together. And the final straw in their relationship was him cheating on her. Now I've heard she was cheating on him too, but she didn't really want to play up that side of it. She talked to anyone who will listen though, namely her audience when she performed on Saturday Night Live, that Halsey was unfaithful. He was a shitty guy. It was a chaotic, crazy relationship, but yet I just feel like they kind of worked together. So when she performed on Saturday Night Live, she famously had this backdrop of his note saying, Ashley, I'm sorry. That's her real name. Ashley, I'm sorry. I cheated in Minneapolis and Austin and Denver and Fort Myers and just like a billion cities, like, and then a bunch of other places I can't even remember. It was like this Dr. Seussian thing. Like, I cheated on a wall. I cheated in the hall. I kissed a whore. I kissed a door. It was just like, I did it here. I did it there. I did it everywhere. Like, why are you literally listing all the places? Like, just say, I cheated on you. I'm so sorry. Just, you don't need that kind of detail. Nor did Halsey need to use, and I've said this before about her, need to use such a great career opportunity and such a cool moment in her life, performing on Saturday Night Live, to reference a breakup. Now, of course, she was singing the song she wrote about the breakup without me. So yeah, like it's apropos of the song, but it still didn't need to be said. Like, she could have had any backdrop, and to me it just was kind of like sad that that's what she used that moment to align herself with. Like, she wasn't moving forward in that moment. She was in reverse. And you know why? Because she wasn't over it. She was dating Youngblood at the time. They've since broken up, and now she's moved on to Evan Peters. But like, she was clearly not over it because she wasn't letting go, because she was still talking about it. She was still revolving her universe, her performance around that. Think about how many people had to go into creating that. She didn't just do it backstage and like throw it up on an overhead projector like your math teacher does. You know, like, oh, here's the equation. That was like planning and art and lighting design. And it's like, there were so many points when she could have been like, you guys, is this cringe? Should I not do this? She didn't have that moment. Or if she didn't nobody tell her the truth? So why are we talking about Halsey not being over it? Because g-eazy isn't over it either. That's what's going on here. So g-eazy has had a similarly messy trajectory after Halsey. They broke up, and then he started dating Yasmin, what fun and weird, like February 2019. So it's been almost a year. Now, we don't know when they broke up, but the last time she was posting him on her Instagram was September. I'd like to say that the plane is the reason my bangs look bad, but they're not. One of you guys' last video was like, turns out the real villain on Shallon's channel is her hair. I'm like, oh my God, it's so true. It's so fucking true. I love you and you betray me. So we don't know when Yasmin and g-eazy broke up, but the last time they were, posting about each other was September. So let's say their romance was, February to like November, right? That seems like sort of a reasonable-ish timeline. If you're really a stickler, you can say September if that makes you feel better. When was this? They were at a party at the Playboy Club, and oh shit, I can't remember. But Halsey's song came on, and g-eazy, who cheated on Halsey, is just like sucked it up, gritted his teeth, because bro, you date a very famous musician who's always on the top of the charts. You're gonna have to hear her songs, okay? Like, that is kind of how this is gonna go. What did he do? He booed. Boo! 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 He booed her music and then pulled Yasmin and made out with her. The last time I saw that behavior, I was about 14 years old. That was about the time when that shit was acceptable. I'm dating someone new. And has he changed? No. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I bet him and Yasmin broke up very, very recently. Very recently. Because, for one, she was still following him on Instagram. More on that in a second. And the fact that he is so all about it with Megan right now seems very interesting. It seems on par for his trajectory with dating. So what's going on with him and Megan? He posted a picture of her on his IG. I actually didn't know who it was. I don't know much about Megan, and I am not going to call her Megan the Stallion. I'm going to call her Megan the Stallion. I'll say it, the Stallion. I'm an author. I'm an editor. I'm also a predator. I am a stickler for grammar. Okay, and rappers' names make me insane. Before Megan the Stallion was dating g-eazy, she was dating Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo. I don't know, okay? I don't understand that name either. Why do there have to be two G's on Moneybagg? Why can't it just be... I'm literally choking. I'm choking how much I hate this name. If you want to just make your name Moneybagg, okay. Why add the yo? What is that supposed to mean? It's stupid. It's like me calling myself Shallon, y'all. What? You would make fun of me. And you should. It's stupid. Or like, duh brat. Like, duh baby. Why not the baby? The baby. Don't say duh. So, I can't call her Megan the Stallion. I can't do it. I also have never heard her song Hot Girl Summer. You know why? Because I was listening to Hot Girl Bummer all year long. Black Bear is bae. So he posted a pic to me of a random person on his Instagram, but then I was like, oh, okay, that's Megan the Stallion. That's my SpongeBob meme. Like, because I just can't cut off one of the E's. Why are you doing this to me, Megan? And then came the video. I posted on my Instagram. I truly thought this was a clip from RuPaul's Drag Race because, Megan, you are so cute. You're so cute already. I've seen you without makeup. Why are you wearing this much makeup? And it looked like he was making out with a cartoon character. And this video icked me out. First of all, because like watching anyone kiss anyone is truly revolting. PDA is like whistling. That song, you know, is called Enter the Gladiator. It is. Whistling is really fun to do, and it's fucking torture for anyone listening to it. Same with PDA. When you're making out, it's like, oh, we're in this movie, and everyone else is like, bleh, like they're regurgitating their Frappuccino. So I hate watching people even kiss on the cheek. It grosses me out so bad. But watching him like lick her face with the amount of makeup she was wearing, it's like he was just taking a tube of MAC and putting it into his mouth, and I'm gonna break out in hives even thinking about it. I don't know how guys hook up with us with all of our makeup. Like, I truly don't know how. A boy the other day was like, because I'm like, I'm sorry, I've got all this lip gloss on, don't kiss me. And he's like, no, I like it. I like kissing you with lip gloss on. I was like, oh, you're disgusting. Like, I was disgusted. I was like, these are pure chemicals. You're gonna get them in your mouth hole. What are you talking about? I don't know how guys do it. If I was a dude, I would date like the crunchiest girl in the world who never wore makeup. So I was grossed out by this, but her fans were measurably more unhappy. All of her fans, like her fan accounts are like not happy. I don't know if it's because g-eazy just seems like kind of a punk. I don't know if it's a racial thing. It's because he's white. I don't know if it's because his real name is Gerald Earl Gillums. That's enough for me, quite frankly. But people are not shipping this. People are not shipping this for a variety of reasons, from he's not money bag yo to the fact that he's literally eating makeup, and I personally, like on an OCD level, can't deal with it. So he's actually deleted the video. Like this went poorly and he deleted the video. But he can't delete what they've been up to for the past week or the past few days. They've both been down in Miami for the Super Bowl and have been like glommed on each other. Get this shit, get this shit, get this shit. They were at a club and Halsey was at the other side of the club sitting with the Chainsmokers. Do you want to hear something about Halsey and the Chainsmokers real quick? So what's the song they did? Closer? They got into a feud, like those boys who are like the Date Rape Fantasy Squad starting lineup. Like, do not tell me for a second those two dudes haven't roofied people. Like, they look so fratty, weird, anyway. But they got into like some feud. I don't know why. It was about like royalties or something. Like, they didn't like the contract after that. It was like something boring like that. But they were like harassing Halsey, like calling her and screaming like insane, unhinged, violent obscenities over the phone, like many times a day. It's like, Halsey, block the number. But it was weird that now she's at a table with them. I guess they buried it, whatever. So she was over there in the corner. The TLDR there is fuck the Chainsmokers. Not literally. You're gonna get gonorrhea just standing next to those two dudes. And then young Gerald, was with Megan, and they were like drinking and like, ooh, like grabbing each other's face in full view of Halsey. Jerry, get over it. Get some therapy, Jerry. Jerry therapy. The whole thing just seems so incredibly juvenile. And it just tells me that he's not like we have to add in one more factor before we pronounce our royal word on this. Yasmin Wubidaba. She posted on her Instagram a gif of Nicki Minaj like laughing maniacally that she'll probably delete. I hate it when celebrities do it. I hate it. If you're going to be petty and if you're going to subtweet, leave it. Leave it. Jerry deleted the video with Megan, the Stallion. Leave it. Leave it. You can't unring the bell. Like, it's already out there. People have already reblogged it. Just move on. So she posted this gif of Nicki Minaj like doing her like crazy Nicki Minaj laugh and the caption was mood. And then she unfollowed g-eazy. So this tells me that they broke up fairly recently because she's still pressed about this. Now, Hollywood Life, like that's where I read this. They're like, Yasmin finds this whole thing really funny. No, she does not. Because you know how I know? Because she's posting about it. Here's the thesis. Halsey, Megan, g-eazy, Yasmin Wubideba, none of these people are over anything, because all of these people are very, very triggered when they hear the other person's name or song. Halsey lost her goddamn mind on a fan at a Super Bowl, like a pre-Super Bowl concert. I can't embed the video because I don't have the rights to it, but she was on stage, she was about to sing, and this guy, like really close to the stage, kept screaming, "G-eazy!" And she went over there, she's like, "I will fucking kick you out of, you're not gonna do this in my own show." And good for her. I wouldn't have even threatened. I just would have been like, security, like, cut. Like, or I would have taken my foot and just cracked him in the nose. Cracked him in the nose. He might beat me in court. He ain't never getting those teeth back. He's always gonna have gray teeth in the front. So she clearly doesn't want to hear his name. I mean, who wants to be performing, like doing their job and have someone screaming your ex's name? Of course. But her reaction was mad. Of course, she was at the same club that he was at. Gerald posting all this shit with Megan tells me he's not over either Halsey or Yasmin. Yasmin posting this Nicki Minaj gift. She's not over G-eazy. Megan putting all this stuff tells me she's probably not over the bag money, yo man, whatever. Like, these people are all not over anything. They're simply wallpapering over their heartbreaks with brand new fresh ones waiting to happen. And holy shit, haven't we all lived like that? So what can we learn? I was actually talking to one of my friends the other day. Hi, B. And she's like, oh my God, like, my ex is posting with this girl, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's subtweeting, he's doing all this stuff. And they broke up, like, fairly recently. And they were together for, like, 3 years. And she's like, I just can't believe he's moving on. Actually, she saw it for what it was. But that tells me he absolutely isn't over it. He's not over it. Because what do we always say? The opposite of love is not hate. It's apathy. And if you're subtweeting, if you're booing, if you're face fucking somebody on, no, I'm sorry, that's a whole different thing. If you're face making out with somebody on the internet, you have got something to prove. Confidence is quiet, and so is love. Yes, when you're in love, you want to like tell the world, but you do it in a way that has a shred of dignity to it. And to me, a 30-year-old man, g-eazy is 30 or 31, like, blah, like face-tonguing a girl wasted with rap music blasting in the background. I don't know. Something tells me that's not like how Kate Middleton acts. And she to me is like a pillar of dignity and poise, you know? So the lesson here is, if your ex is acting like this, they're not over it. So what do you do? Well, first of all, you have to be the one to demonstrate that apathy. Because what they're doing is they're baiting you. They're baiting you. They might not even be aware of this. I don't know that g-eazy is aware of his motives for doing this. You know, if that is the case, who knows, maybe he's over everyone, who knows? I don't think so. I don't think so though. Psychologically, that doesn't track. I don't think he's like, you know what? Fuck Jasmine. Fuck Halsey. Fuck everybody else. I'm gonna post this weird video. I don't think that's like foreground of his mind, and maybe like middle ground. But it's like you're compelled to do it. Why? Because you want a reaction from that other person. There gets to be a point when you lose somebody that you don't care if their interaction is positive or negative. You just need their attention. You just need their attention. How do we know this? Because we've all been there. Oh, we've all been there. When someone's like, okay, whatever, Shallon. And you're like, what can I say to hurt them? What can I say to start a new argument? What can I say that's going to get them to text me back? Ideally, I would love to pour my guts out in a healthy, positive way. I love you and I miss you. And they're going to respond in kind. But it might not go like that. And if that doesn't work, I am totally fine being evil, because I need attention. I just need to know that they care enough even to fight, because even hatred has a spark of passion to it, you know? That's how I've been in the past. Occasionally, once or twice. Now though, I know that truly, 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 the meanest thing you can do to an ex is act like they don't exist. Because that's everyone's greatest fear. I don't matter. I didn't matter to them. And now that I'm out of their life, I'm invisible and I just cease to exist. That's right. That's right. And if you can, look, this is not the satisfying course of action in the moment. obviously, you want to do something like Yasmin did, post that Nicki Minaj thing. And up until that point, I was like, wow, Yasmin is kind of coming out on top with this because she's not saying anything. She's just like watching g-eazy sort of self-destruct in Instagram stories and look a little clownish and have like a tongue full of Smashbox. And then she posted that. I was like, oh, okay, you do care. Okay, you do care. So you took the bait. He baited you and you took it, and here we are. So all that he was doing paid off. So you have taught that man how to treat you. You have taught that man that the lowest possible form of behavior, the shittiest, most hurtful possible form of communication gets a reaction. Gets a reaction from you. It gets his attention because you don't have the wherewithal or the self-control or the dignity or the apathy to let it go, to let it go. And listen to me, girl, I know how tough that is. Mute or block your exes. Mute or block your exes. I talk to you guys all day long. My ex is doing this. He's parading around with this girl. How do you know that? How the fuck do you know that? Because I can tell you, because you're still following him. You're still opening his snaps. You're still looking at his story. That's how you know this. And I know the argument is, well, I don't want him to think that I care. I care enough to block him. You know what? You do care. You do care. And it is better to have him know that you care right when that breakup hits. I'm unfollowing. We broke up. Today it's happening. I'm unfollowing you today. Rather than cutting off your nose to spite your face and sticking around with this train wreck of a person in your life, in the front row of your life, in your social networks, building all that anxiety. Every time you open your phone, what am I going to see now? What am I going to see now? How is that better? How does that mean you win and he loses? It doesn't. You are allowed to care that someone hurt you. Absolutely. And you are also allowed to take measures against them hurting you again. But you actually have to take those measures. Because if not, you're going to crack and you're going to post that Nicki Minaj laughing gif and he's going to be like, gotcha. And then the next time he wants attention, positive or negative, guess whose door he's going to tap on digitally? Yours. He's going to post every girl that he fucks because he knows he knows you're watching. He knows he's got an audience of one, the only one that he cares about. So, a lot of you guys say, does this mean he wants me back? If my ex is doing something like this, like, what does this mean? This is what messes us up, is like, just because someone cares doesn't mean they deserve a second chance. G-eazy posting a face-looking pic with Megan should not tell Yasmin, he really still loves me. It should tell Yasmin, that's a fucking child. That's a child who, for whatever reason, however their relationship played out, who knows? He can't get over it. Whether he's the bad guy, this is him trying to regain his power and be like, you know what? I'm just turning around. Fuck Yasmin. The same attitude he had towards Halsey, which is why he booed her. Would you ever cheat on someone like that, destroy them, and then take shots at them? I've cheated on people. I've talked about that. And it haunts me to this day. It truly does. It erodes your soul. It really shakes up the foundation of how you see yourself. And I lean into that. I learned from that and I don't do it anymore because I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to view myself that way. I view myself as a good person and a happy person, a stable and healthy person who's capable of stable and healthy relationships. So I'm like, then I choose not to engage in that behavior anymore. I would never, ever turn it against the person that I hurt. That, you can say, you know what? We had other problems, cheating was symptomatic. But would you be like, ugh, boo? 30 years old. By 30 years old, my grandfather fought in all 4 theaters of World War II. He built a house by hand. He had kids. He started his own business and was a stable, loving husband. He wasn't screaming boo in a club and Frenching a model. He couldn't pull a model, but you know what I'm saying. He's a lovely man, but had a nose like him. So just because a guy is doing this to get your attention, don't read this as the grand gesture. Oh, I should DM him because he clearly wants my attention. No. Because then, like Yasmin taught GEazy, you are teaching this man how to treat you. And you are telling him that the worse he behaves, the better your reaction is. You come crawling back. Hey, I want to have a conversation with you. Hey, I miss you. Hey, fuck that girl. Oh, now he's got 2 women fighting over him. That sounds incredible. What a wonderful silver lining for that dude. He can act absolutely juvenile, hurtful, immature, petty, and ridiculous. And then not only does he get your precious commodity, which is your attention, your empathy, your time, and your energy, he gets to watch 2 women fight. He's just sitting there. Michael Jackson popcorn gif. Go, fight for my love. Ah ha ha. Kiss. Take your clothes off. Here's some baby oil. Does that sound fair to you? Does that ignite a feeling of rage within your bosom? It should. It ignites one in me, and this isn't even happening to me. So if you see this, send that Nicki Minaj laughing gif to your friends. Because maybe Yasmin really is laughing. Maybe she's like, oof, clown. But she needs to get hip to the Shallontrage, right? Because I would have set her straight on that. Don't post that shit. The course of action is nothing. You do nothing. It is business as usual. You don't subtweet. You don't play a telling song in the background of your Instagram story. Log out if you have to. Log out for 48 hours. But if you post, it is business as usual. And by usual, I don't mean, you're manic and having the best time ever. You're making out with some random dude. Nope. If you post a lot of cat pics, you post another goddamn cat pic. If you're out with your friends, you post whatever you normally would. It is hard, but you are playing the long game and you are playing to win. You might think he won the battle, posting a face-licking pic with someone. You got to win the war, baby girl. And you do that by removing yourself from this situation in its entirety. As frustrating as it might seem in the moment, living well and living apathetic truly is the best revenge against these kinds of people. Because someone like GEazy has this idea of like megalomania. He can cheat on whoever. And you know what? Look at how Halsey taught him. He cheats and she writes a best-selling song, right? Or what do you call it? Smash. She writes a good song. So he's like, I was important enough that I'm the subject of like a triple platinum song. I've got songs written about me. So 1 or 2 from a very disastrous relationship, but I'm like, whatever. I still got a song. I was relevant enough to warrant that. I matter enough to get a song, right? And I'm a bit of a megalomaniac. So like that GEazy is just like fueling. Halsey, like, I'm glad you wrote a great song, but like that was not a smart move in terms of taking GEazy down a peg. It did the opposite. You know, Yasmin, that Nicki Minaj gif, also did the opposite. So I don't know where him and Megan are gonna go. I wonder if they're both kind of just like using each other to get back at other people. They just seem so cringe. I just hope that he doesn't collab on a song with her. I hope that Halsey stops collabing on songs with people she's sleeping with. Why did you have to put Young Blood on your album? Oh, girl. It's the curse. It's the Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, don't star in each other's music videos, fucking curse. It's like getting a tattoo. It's a jinx. Don't do it. It's so cheesy and cringy. Unless you have a ring on your finger that's like never coming off, it's gonna go bad. I want to know your thoughts on this. And I want you to tell me stories of when your exes have just been the pettiest and what you did. One of my fan accounts, Shallon's Girl Guide, posted a question like, what's the pettiest thing you've ever done? The pettiest thing I've ever done is I bought the domain names of my enemies and my ex. And if they test me, you're not going to like when you Google yourself. And there's nothing that you can do to stop me. All right, Shalloners, follow me on Instagram at ShallonXO. Keep apprised of my Paris adventures. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, if you want to check out my murder apparel line, this is a fabulous shirt. Cash check breaks break next. We also have a new one, red lips, black hearts. Go to murderapparel.com/Shallon and enter code Shallon at checkout for 20% off. I'll put the link right down here. I'll see you later, Shalloners. I gotta take a nap. I'm dying.